Hello visuals and welcome back to the channel, welcome back to Pokemon Thursday, the day of the week where we like to just talk all about Mr. Blobby and his going. It's all we talk about here on the channel, so if you're not here for Mr. Blobby, then this isn't the place for you. But really, everybody knows why we're here with my stupid ass fucking what the fuck's going on with the air. It's Pokemon Thursday, so that means what the. It doesn't mean this, visuals. Should have just done this at the fucking start. I already had my hat on the side, but thought I'd just carry on with bandana mode, do you know what I mean? Bandana mode! It means it's time for another my favourite Pokemon of a certain type, and this week, it's going to be them dragony boys, them rah-rah, fire-breathing, breather ice, fucking Draco Meteor, Dragon Claw, Dragon Bad Boys. I think now, because we're about to do Dragon, we're literally left with Poison, Ghost. No, we've done Rock. We've definitely done Rock. Steel. I think they're the last three. I think we've done Steel. I'll have to go back and look because I hope we don't get to the end and be like, oh shit, we didn't do them Poison Bad Boys. We didn't do. I don't want to miss anybody. I want to be inclusive with all the types. You know what I mean? I don't want to miss off a type. But anyway, visuals, it's my favourite dragon type Pokemon of all time. And do me a favour, visuals. Apart from, you know, sharing this video to your grandparents because they want to know what dragon types I love. Give the video a like or a dislike. It's stupid that you can't see the dislikes anymore. Give it one of them and let me know your favourite dragons in the comments below. Right, that's it, really. You don't even have to do any of that if you don't want. Yes, visuals, are we ready? So, we know the crack. We know what's everything's going on. I'm just going to say my 10 favourite Dragon-type Pokemons. Make a cool thumbnail and hopefully get discussion. James, I know you're going to comment. You've commented on pretty much all of these videos, I think. So, I can't wait to see who your favourite Dragon-type Pokemon is. Or Dragon-type Pokemons in the list. There are a couple of reoccurring Pokemon from other previous lists. We've got somebody reappearing from the ground types, the fire types, the fighting type. So we've got a couple of regulars now on the channel. So visuals, here we go. Here are my 10 favourite Pokemon, dragon type Pokemon of all time. Until like a year's time when this order probably changes. It is off at number 10, it's Turtonator in his shiny form because that's the best GIF I could find online. And Turtonator did appear on the fire type list as well, but I really enjoy Turtonator. He's got a fantastic name. When a Pokemon comes along with an amazing name, I instantly fall in love. I don't give a shit what the typing would be or the design. It's like, I just love saying that name. Like Rookie Dookie. That's what a fucking name that is. Turtonator. So fun. But Turtonator is a cool design. He's a cool type matchup. I love everything. His signature move's great. I love the battle stance of him, you know, with his back turned and whatnot. I love the arc of him. We got him because he was Kiawe's, whatever the fuck his name was. He had one, didn't he, in the Sun and Moon stuff, and that was really cool to get to know him that well. I used him in many different runs of the Sun and Moon games as well. Reliable Pokemon, badass Pokemon, relatively powerful, cool dragon type bad boy. He's turtly, so that always wins. I love turtly type Pokemon. Turtly looking Pokemon. Number 9 is Noivern, and just like Turtonator, what a name to say. And to be fair as well, Max Mofo didn't have to do a good job at making me fall in love with Noivern a bit more, because you'd always hear the Noivern or Noibat, and it was hysterical. So even to this day, it's still fucking hilarious. But Noivern is a fantastic design Pokemon. Flying type, one of my favourite flying types of all time. One of my favourite flying's my favourite types of all time. Dude, I can't fucking speak. Super duper badass because of his arc in the anime as well. It always helps when Ash uses a Pokemon because it gives an extra layer and extra depth to a certain Pokemon. You might just see one in the background, or a random trainer might have it, or it might be a one-off episode. But when Ash has got it, you're going to see it in most episodes. You just quickly fall in love, and I fell in love with Noivern. He nearly got all the way to become champion in the Kalos stuff with Noivern being part of this team, and unfortunately he didn't know. But Noibat's awesome as well, but unfortunately that's just normal flying. But we don't get our Dragon Bad Boy till we hit Noivern. His big old massive boombox ears, fantastic colour, great. The little fluffy bit, the little he's a bat as well. He's Batman. It's Dragon Batman Noivern. 8 is Koraidon, and kind of for the same reasons that I fell in love with him for the fighting type list. I think he's one of the best legendaries we've had come along in a long time. I think design wise he is absolutely perfect in every single way. He looks phenomenal. Granted, when you're running around, it's a little bit gimmicky and stupid because he has the wheel parts, but he's just running, and that makes me freak me out a little bit because I'm like, what is that? Is that like organs and shit? But he looks phenomenal. He looks so great. I got the Scarlet Violet base set binder out the other time when we did the fight. I want to show you the artwork, but you know what he looks like. He just looks so cool. I like Dragon Fight, and I think that's quite a cool, well, Fighting Dragon. I think that's quite a cool matchup. I much prefer him out of the two new legendaries we got for Scarlet and Violet. But Koraidon, he's like a dinosaur boy as well. I like the jungly thing. He's back from the Paradox, but Pasty, not a Cornish Pasty, but you know, roaming the lands years ago. It's the vibe you get from him. But yes, big boy, Drydy, Dragon, right around in Paldea boy. Dragapult also have his shiny form because best gift I could find. Dragapult is another amazing Pokemon. I can't remember the name of the jet that it's inspired by. I think it's a British jet. Well, obviously in the Galar region, based on Britain and stuff. I'm pretty sure it's some sort of British jet, but the whole ghost type thing as well. Keeping a couple of Dreepies at hand just to shoot out. The way he sits and he sits like that, and his tail's going all in and out. Dragon Ghost, badass type, and you'll see another Dragon Ghost later on in this list. Design wise, phenomenal. Color scheme amazing. Even to be fair as well, I think I probably do prefer the shiny. I don't know. There's something about that yellow stripe with the yellow bit that just looks so cool. I hold him in high regard as well because he was on my first playthrough of the Sword and Shield games. He was on my team. In fact, I don't think we'd even fully evolved him by the time we become champion. You know? Oh no, did we? No, I don't think we did. I've got a funny feeling that we didn't. I could be wrong. But Dragapult is an amazing Pokemon. It's such an amazing introduction. Great pseudo legendary. Dragapult, you beast. 6 is Tyrantrum, my favourite fossil of all time. He's one of my favourite rock types of all time. He was on the rock type list. A lot of these Pokemon are actually crossing over quite a lot now. But how can you not love Tyrantrum? I've got Tyrant tattooed on my leg. He was a lot easier to tackle than Tyrantrum, but Tyrantrum's such a badass. I can see him with Koraidon running around the jungles and whatnot and doing his thing. It's a big, massive T-Rex. How can you not fucking love him? He's designed so phenomenally. And I remember that episode as well in the X and Y series where it was returning the Tyrant back to him. I think that's what they did. But anyway, I remember seeing loads of Tyrantrums just chilling around doing their thing. Looks so cool. Been on plenty of my playthroughs of X and Y. I fell in love with him immediately. He's a fossil Pokemon, which I love the whole fossil concept design. Anyway, apart from the Gala stuff, that fossil shit, meh. Even though Dragovish, I fell in love with him a bit more because of Ash, but I didn't deem him worthy to be on the list. But I hated him at first, but then Ash got one. I was like, I kind of, you know, you're kind of cute, I guess. But Tyrantrum, absolute beast. Number 5 is Rayquaza. How can Rayquaza not be on this list? One of the ultimate legendary Pokemon of all time. One of the best designed Pokemon of all time. One of the best backstories and lores Pokemon of all time. The fact that he's chilling around the ozone layer, splitting up these two massive titans in Kyogre and Groudon, going up into space, stopping Deoxys and, you know, a big wormy deity, go fuck off, mate, I'm a big dragon bad boy, go fuck yourself. Going up to the fucking sky pillar and doing your thing with him. He looks phenomenal. Shiny form's phenomenal. Super badass. Great signature move, Dragon Ascent, it's called, isn't it? Dragon Ascent? I think it's called Dragon Ascent. Super powerful. He is a fantastic Pokemon in every single way. He's one of the Pokemon that you can't really find a fault with, and he's a huge fan favorite. I don't think there's many Pokemon fans out there that would say I disliked Rayquaza. I don't think he's a very good Pokemon. I don't think he looks good or whatever. He is amazing, and he's on one of the most highest regarded games of Emerald. He's on the cover of that. Loads of people love Emerald, and I don't see, you know, any other green. It's my favorite color. I've got to put Rayquaza on the list. Number 4 is the OG dragon, and that's Dragonite. Yes, Dragonite. Dragonite's got so much going with him. Yes, it's a little bit dumb and silly because you're like, well, they're really tiny wings. And yes, your evolutionary line looks a bit funny and funky and weird because you go from Dratini, Dragonair to... I personally... Obviously, we've seen all the fan theories about what should evolve it and what and all that carry on. But he's a great design Pokemon. Massive boss battle. When you first play the original games, you're like, we've got Talance, Dragonite, oh my god, this is insane, super duper powerful dragons. And of course, you still got to go on to face your rival and whatnot. But, you know, teaming up with Lance at the Lake of Rage stuff and going for the Team Rocket shit and stopping the Electrodes from, you know, force them to run his electricity and shit. But he's such a cool Pokemon. Ash having one, again, fell in love with him even more. The rivalry between Iris's Dragonite and Ash's Charizard, when he brought Ash back in that battle, that was phenomenal. But Dragonite, I love him. The big lighthouse fucker, the huge one that was like, you know, in the thing of the lighthouse and stuff. Dragonite, fucking love you. Number 3 is Goodra. And again, Ash had one, and I fell in love with Goomy and Sliggoo being relatively weak, and you're like, oh, what the fuck? And then this big badass Goodra comes along, wanted to protect the swamp. The way you have to evolve your Sliggoo, I've always loved that. The fact that when I first saw it, I thought, oh, that must be like a full-on solid poison type. Nope, it's just dragon. The Hisuian Goodra, even though it's extremely depressed, but having the steel element and stuff looked really cool, the big shell on its back and whatnot. But Goodra's so lovable, it's adorable, but it's powerful and badass. Ash's one was phenomenal. The colour scheme's great. It's up there in terms of pseudo legendaries as well. For a while, it was one of my favourite X and Y Pokemon, my Gen 6 Pokemon, and it was also one of my favourite dragons, as you can tell, and it was also one of my favourite pseudo legendaries. I've had a lot of fun with Goodra. I've been on plenty of playthroughs. It's a fantastic Pokemon. I love me some Gooey Goo Goo. Dura. 2 is Giratina. I said you'll see another dragon, guys. So you can have any form you want. You can have, get him in his distortion world, get him in his origin form, get him in his fucking Jags of legs, whatever form you want to chuck him in. Giratina is amazing. The big theory about, you know, he's the hell Pokemon or whatever. Some people have said that he's the anti-gravity, anti-matter Pokemon, whatever. You know, when Arceus created, you know, time and space, Yago Palkia and shit. And then along comes Giratina. The amount of films he's been in, when we went to the social world and stuff, amazing. When we get to Platinum, again, one of the most popular and highest regarded Pokemon games of all time. He looks phenomenal. He is super badass. He literally does look like the embodiment of Satan. If you would say Arceus is God, you can see the whole counterpart, you know, the scary, like, sort of little bat wing things and all that shit when he's got his legs out. And of course, there being 6 legs, you know, 666 and all that carry on. I don't know if you can class that as or whatever, but you probably can. But he is amazing. And I remember, which film was it when Arceus is kicking off, isn't he? No, somebody's kicking off, and they bring all the boys in as the Agapalca Giratina there ready to just, and because there's that moment where they all get sucked into the social mode, isn't there? Can't what film that's in that. He's been in plenty of films and he's absolutely amazing. I would love to see something like Giratina in the next Detective Pikachu. Don't know if they will implement a Pokemon like that, but that would be fun to see live action. Number 1 is Flygon. I fucking love Flygon. He is so amazing. Like I said, keep all of these Pokemon away from ice types, but please keep your Flygons away from ice types. Definitely, they will fucking destroy him. And Dragonite, but we prefer Flygon, so if we have to let a Dragonite go to save a Flygon, that's fine. Flygon always felt, for some reason, I don't know, not under love, because loads of people love Flygon and loads of people wanted that Flygon Mega Evolution. And they were saying, oh, remember all the creative writers, not writer's block, but, you know, creative block. They couldn't think of a mega design. But I don't know what the word is. Not like unlove for Flygon, but so maybe sometimes underappreciated, even by me myself, how easy he is to get. Yes, he's not a pseudo legendary of the Hoenn games, but he kind of feels a little bit like one. He looks amazing with his little buggy eyes, but he's got the red bits in his eyes underneath. The ground typing I really do enjoy. I think that's fucking awesome. Going from this little ant thing all the way to Vibrava to Dragonite. The greens always does it for me. Flygon's one of the Pokemon that I love to, when I'm sat doing, I love to Google Flygon. And he's got so many different cool poses. You can go on Google, just type in Flygon, and you can see all these cool, awesome, badass poses you could chuck him in, and he just looks fantastic. Flygon's been a heavy hitter as well in some of the animes and some of the adventures we've seen. That's not just in the game. He's been a pivotal figure every now and then. So Flygon, my number 1 dragon type of all time. And there we have it, visuals. That is my favourite dragon type Pokemon of all time. Please let me know yours in the comments below. And I'm pretty sure we've definitely got, I think we maybe have done Steel, definitely Poison, and definitely Ghost left. I know that for a fact. We're gonna have to go back and look for everybody. Let's quickly round them off. Normal, definitely done. Grass, fire, and water, definitely done. Fighting done. Rock done. Ground done. I'm pretty sure we've done. Psychic done. Dark done. Flying done. Bug done. Definitely haven't done Poison. Definitely haven't done Ghost. Fairy done. Have I ever said Fairy? Electric's done. I think they are the only two that we're missing. But visuals, I'll work that out. That's my problem, not yours. But hopefully you did enjoy the video. Hopefully you'll be back next week. I think I'm going to do more Poison type next week because that's a list that I don't really... I already know who's going to be a lot in them. You expect to see Nidoking, expect to see Venusaur. In fact, maybe even the whole Nido family. I'll maybe bracket them all in a one, including Nidoqueen. So there's a lot of people, Ivysaur, Bulbasaur and shit. You're going to see a lot of the same culprits, but visuals. A lot of the grass types that I've already said, the victory bells of the world. Yeah, maybe do that one next because it might be anticlimactic. But visuals, thank you so much for watching. That was my favourite Dragon type Pokemon of all time. Enjoy the rest of your week. It is Thursday, so... No, by the time this video goes up, Transformers already... But I was going to say, go out and get Transformers Watch. It's just come out, but that would have been 2 weeks ago by the time this comes out. Because I've literally just got back from the... Not just, but a couple of hours ago, got back from the first screening of Transformers Rise of the Beasts. It was rather brilliant. But visuals, thank you for watching. You guys literally best. More keep being you and keep on. Keep it on. Oh, you got a double salute. That's like better than finding a shiny legendary.